I'm always looking for new shooters to try, whether it be for the channel or my own enjoyment. So when I came across Leap on the Steam store some months ago, I wishlisted it and applied for the playtest. When I got an email about it from Steam, I was like, what the fuck is Leap? So I went back to see what it was that I'd wishlisted, and then it clicked. But honestly, I didn't exactly know what it was going to be. When I saw a sci-fi shooter, I thought, cool, I'll definitely try this out. I've been liking games like Marauders and The Cycle, which are both sci-fi shooters. Although they resemble one of my favourite games that they take influence from, it couldn't hurt to try out something new. Leap, on the other hand, is like Battlefield mixed with Destiny, kind of. It's the same basic foundation as Battlefield's Conquest mode, with their own take on the class/operating system. Where it's like Destiny is the fact that you can traverse the vast terrains on a hoverboard, that kind of reminded me of the Sparrow, only this thing can speed up and it actually gets some height. There's also a double jump, a dash, and the grapple hook, none of which are abilities, that's just the movement system. The movement system is a lot to grok in this game, and maybe if you're an Apex player, then you might click with it, but even then, Apex has way more fluid movement system, and the simplicity in its design is what really makes it work. There is still skill to it, but it's easy for any player to understand. Now, having played Leap, it's really weird. You don't get a sprint in this game. You pretty much grapple hook or hoverboard all the way around the map, making the combat kinda unique, I guess, but also kind of annoying and not super fluid or straightforward. I can't say I really like this game too much. It visually looks really nice, it's a graphical feast and all, but it's not doing anything all that new or exciting. The thing that really ruined the experience for me was the performance. I messed around with the settings for a while, and no matter what, sometimes the game would just drop down to like 10 frames and I'd die instantly. You can even see it in the video. At certain points, the frames just keep dropping out and it just doesn't look very good. It's odd when you look at who made this game. They're called Blue Isle Studios. Yep, they're the same people who made Slender: The Arrival. So it's strange that they would get into the FPS space. They've made other games with various praise and negativity, but ultimately what I think is wrong here is the game isn't trying to be special or unique, and in a landscape of too many games right now, this one just didn't stand out for me. Sure, there is a uniqueness to the movement, but it's overall complex with mediocre shooting. Long time to kill, and the focus is more on abilities and movement rather than the actual gameplay. I really felt like this game was a tad too ambitious. The game relies on a lot of players per match to do the game mode, which is just a drain the tickets game mode. But within a 24-hour playtest, there wasn't a lot of interest, making the games mostly dead. They do have a server browser where you could join bigger lobbies, but even then, there was only like 2 available during the time I played, and this was a very short test. There's about 2,500 people in Leap's Discord, and when I jumped on, there was about 75 players playing. I want to know why people dropped off or why there wasn't much interest, because you can't really get good games with 75 players over 2 servers. There just wasn't much to do. They also promoted a PvE mode, which straight up just didn't work for me when I tried to play it, and this could have potentially won me over. At the best of times, games like Apex and super sweaty competitive games don't really get me excited, and at this point, Battle Royale and box standard shooters are so played out. I would like to see a good PvE experience. It's part of the reason I've been enjoying Deadside so much. It's stripped back, the PvE is pretty good, and the PvP is intense. This was a lot of not what I'm looking for, and to be honest, I might not be the target audience. I love sci-fi, but I would prefer a more grounded game with less shit to do ability-wise. I just really want a tight gameplay loop that's exciting and just feels awesome. I'm finding it hard to talk about the mechanics of this game because I just found it a little boring. I didn't really delve deep into the class system or any of that. I just didn't really get excited to try any of that because it just didn't grab me. There's so much shit going on the screen and the fights are so chaotic that it just didn't make me want to be better at it. You couldn't turn the HUD down or off. I just wanted to turn it right off. You couldn't do that or do much customization to it. The shooting didn't feel amazing and the abilities were just okay. I'm still looking for a good alternative to Battlefield right now, and this is doing the game mode, but not particularly well. I'm not saying this is a bad game, it's just not very memorable. And they're trying to do a sci-fi Battlefield, but shit man, Battlefield couldn't even pull off a sci-fi Battlefield. I really don't like being negative on new games in development, but god damn, I gotta be honest about it. In summary, I think this game has big ideas. It's taking a slice from a lot of things, but it doesn't really feel focused. And this game is in early access or beta or something, it's not quite clear. So maybe it could be better, but honestly, I'd rather just play Splitgate. That game has tight movement, great map design, perfect time to kill. It's simple enough with the portals, but it adds a skill ceiling to it, and it's a sci-fi shooter. I don't know what to tell you, but it just makes me want to play that, because at the end of the day, you can cram as many ideas into a game as you want and make it look super pretty, but if the gameplay loop is a bit of a bore, then the game's just not good in my eyes. I honestly struggle to see this game holding down a player base on its release. Like I said, it's not a bad game, it's just nothing to write home about, and I have higher expectations these days. But did you guys check out this game? Tell me what you think in the comments below. Did you play it? Do you even know about it? I'm just not really feeling this one, and I'm like, sorry I don't have a lot more to say about it. I didn't get a lot of time to play it because it was a short beta or short playtest, and I just didn't get enough time to delve into the mechanics or really care enough about them to try it. But I mean, the game looks cool. It just wasn't what I was looking for. But thanks for watching, everyone. I'm Morechild. If you liked the video, leave a like, sub to help grow my channel, and I'll see you in the next one.